What's up, Spartacat Nation? Welcome to Mendota Heights, St. Thomas Arena, where we are looking at our last scrimmage here of this preseason. Minneapolis Storm versus your 12UB2 Spartacats. Spartacats looking at a mixed record here for some scrimmages against some D8 opponents. This will be our second non-D8 opponent played by Zeta, and now we're playing Minneapolis, who is a large co-op. They will put us to the test before our first home district game tomorrow morning at, I believe it's 11:40 versus the Lakeville Ice Cats. Warm-ups are over. We're getting ready to start this bout. And for those of you keeping track, tomorrow is a 11:40. I'll try to get that figured out here before we end the broadcast. Versus Lakeville, first D8 game. And next weekend, we are back home starting Thursday night for our home tournament for the Spartacats Spectacular, where we will play Osseo Maple Grove, Bloomington, and Armstrong Cooper. A round robin tournament with 5 teams. One, two, three, Spartacats is the cry. 15 minutes on the clock for this ref game versus Minneapolis Storm. And as usual, we'll start at 0-0, 14 minutes. Should be minute and a half penalties for this 12U period. Where the puck is down. Storm take it into the zone. That'll be chased by Abbott, first on it for the Spartacats. That one gets rung around. I'm trying to get the tripod a little bit evened out here. Sorry for the weird angle. That one goes out front loose. Getke gets taken down, no penalty. Gets back up. Still loose in the neutral zone. Reynolds able to get that one in deep. That was a shot on goal, actually. Up the boards. That one goes by McCabe's stick. That one will go into the behind the net of the corner. McCabe defending. Getke there to help out if she can. That one's out front, goes through the slot. Picked up there by Anderson, who gets taken down. This might be a physical game. Abbott looking at it at the point. Minneapolis not able to get it deeper. Spartacats able to get it out of the zone. Storm trying to get around one. That one poked ahead there by Simons. Getke trying to take a whack at it. Storm bring that in with numbers. That one gets sent down, but pocket pick there. Holman trying to do it. Up the ice comes Getke. Getke going to the slot. Took a shot. Gets blocked. Simons. Getke hard pass up to McCabe. Getke gets sat down. No call. Minneapolis brings that in. Fires. The shot gets blocked. That one goes up the boards. Minneapolis trying to get that at the point. That one's stripped away. Ebersteiner getting some room for herself. She's got a lot of pressure, but gets in the zone, takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Minneapolis picks it up at their own red line. Redimus pokes it back towards the goal. That one goes behind the net. Holman keeps that one just barely. Kelly with a nice backhand over to Brenimus, just a little bit out of her reach, and she loses an edge. Centering pass gets deflected aside. Minneapolis intercepted there by Brenimus. Brenimus still trying to get it. That one up for Bosberg. Bosberg sends it in behind the net. Got Ebersteiner out front. Brenimus trying to get that to reach Ebersteiner. That one was a little too far. And here comes Minneapolis the same other way. Overhammer take a whack at it. Holman and Bosberg defending. Minneapolis sends that. Gets deflected aside. Bosberg picks that up in the corner. She's trying to look for space for herself and is finding it. Here comes Bosberg with Brenimus on her tail. Bosberg, Brenimus heading to the net. McCabe. It's McCullum. Back to Overhammer. Overhammer pulls it off the wall to herself. Gets it into towards the slot. That one back to the point. Just sneaks out. Bosberg tried to keep control of that, but McCabe will have to defend. Shot coming. That one either had a little bit of glove tip there, Levine, or hit the post. Either way, it stays out of the net. Shot hard and low, gets deflected aside. Abbott with control. Trying to get that out of the corner. Bosberg will have to retreat. I'm sorry, that's Overhammer in the corner. Overhammer gets around one. Gets it out of the zone, and she's rushing up the ice. Minneapolis trying to defend. And that one back again up the wall. Overhammer intercepts. Takes a step aside. Overhammer to McCabe. McCabe sends to Brenimus. That one shot on net gets deflected easily aside. Foul save by Minneapolis netminder. She slides across her crease. Brenimus, McCollum able to keep it in. That one kept in there by Brenimus as well, back into the corner. 9:30 left in this first frame. Minneapolis sent it up the boards. McCabe waiting for it. McCabe trying to get that over to the center. Deflected aside. McCabe keeps it in as well. Here comes Getke. Getke, bring it behind the net. Nice little shot on net there. Gets pad aside. Once again, McCabe back to the slot. That one's loose again. Still whacked at it there by Reynolds. McCabe able to get it in. Backhand shot there by McCollum. Goes into the corner. Into a skate for Minneapolis. McCabe briefly has it. Reynolds keeps it in the zone. McCabe gets it back up the boards for Getke. Nice forecheck here by the Spartacats. That one will go all the way down the length of the ice. Looks like we'll get one of our first icing whistles here with 8:36 left in the first period. Ready to go, Spartacats. Still only one registered shot on goal for the home team, but I don't believe that is correct. Taking the draw here is Simons. Simons has Kelly, Anderson. That one gets into the slot, but not far enough. Anderson sends that one up. Kelly sends that one behind the net. Back loose out in front. Tried to get that corner there. Nice attempt there by Kelly. Simons not able to get that to the center. Bosberg keeps it in and sends it back into the corner. Minneapolis steps around one, takes it up, but kept in there by Spartacats. Simon out front to Anderson. Anderson gets blocked. But nice job by Simons. Probably could have had another 2 steps on net, but she unselfishly got it out front to a waiting Anderson. Simons pushing her man out front. Bosberg. Shot. Low gets deflected aside. Holman over at the point. Takes that in. Takes the whiff. She misses that one. Bosberg wisely retreats. Holman gets that one back into the zone momentarily. And it stays in. Here comes Simons. Rebound out there. Nice look there by Simons. Shot there by Anderson. Simons and Kelly watching. Anderson looks behind the net. Anderson takes it away. Throws it on net. Hits the side from a weird angle. Goalie there to get it. And that one's going to get set down for another icing whistle. Hi, Spartacats! Nice couple shifts here for the Spartacats. 7 minutes left in this first period. Bredimus to take the draw. Bredimus gets that one wisely back to McCabe. McCabe gets that to a slot. Nice job by McCollum to sniff that one out. That one will go down again. There'll be an icing whistle. Got a couple of those so far against the Storm. I would say they are not looking at it perfect. Never mind. Back down the ice. For the Spartacats, Bredimus to take the draw once again with Oberhammer. Bredimus holding pressure there. Oberhammer gets it into the corner. Oberhammer, good puck protection. Looking to step aside. Trying to get that over to McCollum. That one heads back out for McCabe. Shot almost deflected there by Oberhammer with a good idea. Oberhammer. She's going to look to get it to the slot. Can't quite get a shot up, but back to the point from McCabe. McCabe shot gets deflected. That one loose for Bredimus. Bredimus takes a shot. Loose. Oh, nice rebound opportunity for Oberhammer there. Storm takes it the other way. Bredimus had it. Oberhammer loose on front. Bredimus still working at it. Storm still looking. McCabe and Abbott looking to defend. That one gets sent in. Will be onside. Oberhammer first on it for the Spartacats. Oberhammer gets taken down. No call. Minneapolis not able to get it to the slot. And here comes Spartacats the other way. McCabe gets around one. She's got a full head of steam as she brings it into the zone. Gets it deflected off her stick. Minneapolis there to retrieve. Minneapolis back. Getke on the ice with some force. McCabe and Getke trading spots there. And Minneapolis sets that one in. Spartacats looking up for a pass. That one stays in. Nice back check there by Anderson to get that out of the zone, and will force an offside whistle. 4:59 left in this first period. Spartacats versus Minneapolis. Storm dump that in behind Levine's net. She watches carefully, gets that away from the danger zone. Minneapolis looking to pull it off the wall. That one's out front. No one can get a stick on it, so it goes wide back into the far corner. Minneapolis sends that up to their point. Shot goes wide. Stick on it was Coleman. That one gets sent to the boards. Minneapolis whipped on that shot, sending it back behind the net. Bodsberg picks it up. Bodsberg trying to get that up to an awaiting Simons. That one goes low, deflected aside by Holman. Holman with a good defensive stick there. Holman up to Ebersteiner. And Ebersteiner trying to work to get that one out, but Minneapolis keeps it in. Holman, nice pass over to Simons. Simons might run out of space here, but does get around one with a nice little move. Simons brings it in, takes a shot. That one gets easily kicked aside. Simons lost control there. A couple Storm trying to look up the boards. That one gets by Bodsberg. Storm pick it up. Holman will have to defend. That one gets sent up high and wide. 88 Oberhammer behind the net. Oberhammer trying to pull it to herself. That one gets poked aside. Overhammer trying to get Ebersteiner there. Holman's going to rush over. Storm able to keep it in. Holman. Minneapolis. Looks to center. Can't get there. They send that back up to the point, but that one trickles out. They will have to touch up. Minneapolis tried to send that back to the blue line, but no dice there. And Bredimus, Holman will have to watch after it. Bredimus sends it up for herself. That one's going to get stuck at the blue line there, but here comes Overhammer. Overhammer takes it. She gets tripped. No call. Bredimus sends it in. Behind the Minneapolis net, Bredimus coming in with a head of steam, and here comes Getke. Getke keeps it in at the blue line. Couple come to help, almost with a blue breakaway opportunity there. Bosberg with a nice job defending. Bosberg sends it back into the zone. Storm will have to regroup. Send that up. That one goes up. Abbott, the only one left back. Nice back check by Bosberg with a good stick. 2:05 left. That one gets sent, tipped behind the net. All the way up the boards. Minneapolis unsuccessfully center press there, sent up the boards. Bredimus trying to get to it. That one out front. Levine didn't get the pad over and goes underneath. (1-0) Minneapolis. Puck down for Reynolds and Getke. Getke has that puck, gets it over to Anderson. Anderson brings it in, trying to send it for herself. Minneapolis finds that. That one gets up to Getke. Minneapolis takes it back out of their zone. Nice pass, but deflected to the side by McCabe. Reynolds. That one goes in for the Storm. Storm shot on goal, hits the post. Centering opportunity again. Nice save by Levine. Puck down, centered up, bouncing puck, and here comes Getke. Getke pulls it to the boards for herself. That one takes a wicked bounce, finds Abbott's stick. Abbott trying to get it out of the zone and does. Minneapolis will have to touch up and regroup. They pull back in. Offside is the call. Didn't get back in time. Simon's back at the face-off. And puck is down. That one over for Ebersteiner. Ebersteiner looking to pick that up. Trying to make space for herself. Shot on goal. Gets deflected. Loose out in front. Bosberg able to keep that in. Bosberg sends that over. Pass the stick of Simons and Ebersteiner. Ebersteiner will send, or sorry, Storm will send that all the way down. It's going to be another icing whistle. 34 seconds left in this 1-0 game in favor of the Storm. Puck down, Simons. Back Simons takes a shot, blocked aside there. Ebersteiner taking a whack at it, trying to get control. Simons not able to keep that in the zone. Holman to defend. Holman doing a good job keeping up. Minneapolis, that one gets stopped in. Off the post. Levine probably either lost sight of her, then cover in time. 2-0 Minneapolis. Pucks off of Bredimus. Bredimus trying to push that forward. Helped out there by McCollum. Bredimus couldn't take control of it. That went back for Holman. And that'll be the end of our first period. We'll be back for the second. Back to second period action. Spartacats still looking to get on the board. That one's down from McCollum. McCollum gets that one over to Overhammer. Overhammer curls back. The flip pass goes right to the stick of Minneapolis. Minneapolis still able to keep it in. Nice job by Abbott. He will send that around to Overhammer. Overhammer able to catch that there just briefly. Sends it up to the point. Minneapolis keeps that in. Over to Abbott. Overhammer. There's Bredimus streaking out of the zone. Bredimus able to get it out, but that one will be retrieved here by Minneapolis. Bredimus with a nice job to get that forward into the corner. Bredimus still working on it. Cullen out front. Oh, almost a great opportunity there for Overhammer. A great pass. McCabe sends that one up. That one will go all the way down for another icing whistle. Reynolds, Anderson, Getke, Holman, and Bodsberg on the ice for the girls in white. Reynolds sends that one into the corner. Reynolds to Getke. Anderson trying to back out that one on net. Minneapolis will come the other way. Minneapolis there defended. Nice stick by Holman. As Anderson picks it up. Anderson's got Reynolds with her. Anderson able to keep it in just briefly. Storm picked that up. Holman impedes the progress there. And Anderson trying to get that into the zone and does. That one gets back into the neutral zone. Holman back up to Anderson. Anderson looking to send that in. Little neutral game action here. That one back for Holman. Holman gets that puck stripped away from her. Bodsberg. That one gets sent across and deflected behind for Getke. Getke almost sent that one right in front of the net. That one's still a little too close for comfort. Veen pokes that into the corner. Bodsberg. Minneapolis sends it back. Bodsberg trying to get it out. That one keeps going. And here comes Getke. Getke's got some ice ahead of herself. Just loses it. Trying to send that on, and that one goes off the stick of Anderson, or skate. Getke brings that in. She's brought down. Almost some head contact there. Back in again. Reynolds Trying to fight for it. Getke kicks it to herself. Minneapolis is going to pick that one up. Nice job by Getke and Anderson. Create some pressure. Anderson pokes it away. That one goes right back to the stick of Minneapolis. Good job by Simon. Simons sends it up. Outside of the zone, they're going to have to touch up, and the offside is the whistle. Minneapolis brings that in. Shot deflected aside, almost backhanded in. Okay, but that one was safely wide. Ebersteiner gets it on one. She's got pressure behind her. Ebersteiner, that one floats up high. Simon sends that one towards the crease. No one home to take care of that one. That one gets out for Abbott. Abbott sends it up to McCabe. Nice deep lead pass. McCabe curls back around, gets it up to Ebersteiner. That one goes by the stick. Storm with behind the net is Simon streaking in. That one goes up to the point. That one will go by. Icing is waved off. McCabe will be on it first. McCabe gets it up to Simon. Simons is looking for a breakout there. Abbott sends it around the boards. Simons took a little wicked bounce off the boards there. Right to the side. Ebersteiner just past her stick. Sent back in. Back out as well. And here comes Ebersteiner. Ebersteiner trying to make some space for herself. She's got pressure on either side, but she has a hole. Ebersteiner looking. Shot on net. Still loose out in front and now covered. 9:36 left in the second period. It's time for Bredimus. Over to Bosberg. That one's kept in by Holman. That one just escapes the line. Bosberg with nice defense there. Minneapolis picks it up near the center dot. Bredimus tried to take a whack. Now Bredimus has space. Bredimus pulls it off the boards. Trying to get over the Oberhammer. Couldn't find her in time. And here comes Minneapolis the other direction. Bredimus will have to be the last line defense. And nice stick there. Holman gets it up the boards. Minneapolis to the point. And sent down the ice for maybe a wise. That one's waved off. No icing called. Nice stick by Bredimus. Bredimus in the corner. Shot in front of the net for Oberhammer. Oberhammer shoves one down. Oberhammer backhanded shot high. Bredimus gets it stripped. Looking to center to McCollum, who wasn't looking at the puck. That one gets sent down. Bosberg first on it. Bosberg curls around. She sees that she has some space. That's a penalty. Bumped off the puck there. Holman back out from Minneapolis. Emily S. sends it back on. .8:10 left in the second period. It's still plenty of time to get moving here. Reynolds, Anderson. That one kept out there by Anderson. Now we'll go all the way down the ice. There'll be a lot of icing whistles today. Puck's down from Minneapolis. That one sent back behind the net. Abbott will get control, sends it up the point. Minneapolis taking their time, gets deflected there by Getke. Getke Trying to feed off the wall to herself. That one gets out the zone. Minneapolis left to touch up. Icing again. .741 left. Anderson. Minneapolis sends that in on net. Blocker paddle save there by Levine. And here comes Anderson. Almost got tripped up herself. Anderson gets hauled down, no call. Getke, shot on net, out front for Reynolds. Reynolds! Shot just goes wide. Nice rebound opportunity there for Reynolds. Reynolds still poking at it. That one out front for Abbott. That one gets into the neutral zone. McCabe's going to have to fight and win the foot race. McCabe gets that one out, up. That one back down for Minneapolis. They're going to send that in on net. Levine pokes that into the corner right at the red line there. Up the boards and back into the neutral zone. Here comes Getke. Getke has space. Getke has a shot coming in. Loose on front. Reynolds. Goal for Reynolds from Getke. Sweet play by Spartacats. Reynolds with the goal. Getke and Reynolds, your scorer and assist. Minneapolis gets that one back into the neutral zone. Spartacats touch up, and that one gets dumped into the corner. Simons. Back up for Bosberg. Bosberg keeps it in, sends it low on that. That one just goes into the crease and wide. Holman able to keep that in miraculously. Nice job. That one watched there by Ebersteiner. Ebersteiner. Minneapolis takes that the other direction. They've got some speed. Holman loses an edge. Here comes Bosberg. Minneapolis with a shot. And post and in. No help there for Levine as that one hit the post and angled in. Unfortunate. Back out for Bosberg. Simons. Loose again. Kelly. Stuck at the red line. Seems to be some kind of magnet or force field. And that one's brought in by Kelly. Shot on net. Deflected loose back behind the net. That one up the boards. Holman able to keep it in. Gets it up into the corner. Simons watching. That one goes around. Kelly and Bosberg. Bosberg stops forward motion. And here comes Storm. Holman defending. That one sent into the corner. Kelly sends it up. Bosberg watching. Nice little shoulder check there. Bosberg can't get around that last D. That one does not trickle out. I'll go for Holman. Holman picks that up. Holman lost that at the red line. Able to get it up for Ebersteiner. And Storm come the other direction. Trying to get around one. Holman had a block for a second there. Oberhammer. That one sent up to the point. Blocked low off Redimus' skate. That one kept in by the Storm. Sent Duck up and out. That one's a fluttering clock roll, not make it enough for icing. Redimus with a nice skate. Redimus takes a shot, hits the side of the net. Oberhammer watching for Redimus. Redimus out front. Catches it on her skate stick. Out for Redimus. Trying to find Redimus out in front. Redimus still can't get a full blade on it. And that one sneaks back out. Nice offensive pressure there by a couple of Ghost Bodsberg. McCullum. That one goes out for the Storm. We'll have to touch up and icing, or offside is the whistle. Nice little flurry of chances with 3:40 left in the second period. Your only goal scorer for the Spartacats so far is Charlotte Reynolds with a nice feedback from Getke. Reynolds puck down to Abbott. D pass across to McCabe. McCabe loses an edge. Reynolds there to support. That one gets sent in on net. And here comes Anderson. Anderson not able to get it out. McCabe has it. I'm sorry, that was Abbott gets it out. Reynolds up to Anderson. Anderson fighting in the foot race for it. Up the boards for Getke. Getke gets that one sent back out. And here comes Abbott. Abbott looking for options here. Finds it in McCabe. McCabe gets that, trying to find Getke there. Here comes McCabe. Nice opportunity. Getke just got a little bit ahead of herself. Got excited. Looking to bring it in. 2:44 left. And Spartacats again find themselves in a 2-goal deficit. Puck down for Reynolds. Getke looking there at the boards. Getke sends it back up to the blue line. Anderson defending. That one's down for Abbott. Abbott to Anderson. Anderson couldn't get a whole piece. That one that gets set back in. Offside whistle. .225 left, second period. Puck back down. Storm looking to get it into the zone. Unable to so far. Puck still loose. That one gets in for Holman. Holman will have to chase behind the net. Holman brings it into the corner. Brings it to center ice for herself, and she is off. Holman trying to split the D, almost was able to do that. And that one gets sent all the way up for Minneapolis. Bodsberg to retrieve. Bodsberg skates through the slot there. Minneapolis picks that back up. And Holman will get the puck behind the net. Holman gets that up. Goes by Minneapolis. Briefly into the zone, up and over. Spartacats tried to touch back up, but icing outside. Offside is the whistle. 1:26 left in the second. Puck's down for Brenimus. Brenimus sends it over to Bodsberg. Overhammer ahead of her. That one's back out. Kept in. Wicked bounce there off the shin pad. Overhammer. Steps around one. Takes a shot. Glove save, Minneapolis. Puck's down for Brenimus. That one tried to get sent up the boards. Overhammer trying to kick that to herself. She gets brought down the call. Brenimus comes in to help out. Brenimus looking for a way out front. Gets to McCullum, who sends it on net into the slot. Overhammer trying to do some puck protection. Hits it into the board. Still fighting for it. Up into the slot, backhanded. McCullum looking for it as well. Holman retreats. Bosberg with a nice stick. That one gets over to Minneapolis. Still loose. That one gets back for Holman. Holman skates aside. Bredimus pokes that in. Holman gets round one. Still able to get it. Bredimus sends that into the slot. Overhammer. Overhammer still watching. Shot goes wide. Bredimus has it behind the net. Bredimus trying to shoot a sharp angle from the red line. 1 second left. And that's time. 3-1. Minneapolis. Back for the third period action. 14 minutes on the clock, and Spartacats have some work to do. Reynolds and Anderson push that forward. Reynolds and Anderson bring it into the zone. Oh, Anderson almost had a nice little breakaway there. Reynolds will track back. Kept safe by McCabe. That's the Anderson. Bumped aside. Minneapolis brings it in. Saved there by McCabe, who tries to get up to Reynolds. That one's back down again. McCabe sends it up. Offside. Again for number 6 in Minneapolis. Not to say we haven't had our own struggles with offside. I'd say it's been pretty good. Down for Getke to Reynolds. That one sent. McCabe trying to find Getke there. That one down again. Reynolds protecting. McCabe trying to get it up the wall for Getke. Getke, if she can get the stick out, that would have been a nice little break right there. But over to Anderson. Anderson, Getke entering the zone. Anderson able to keep it in. Reynolds comes to support. Here comes Getke at the slot. That one sent in on net. Getke centers out front. Reynolds almost had a chance of a second one there. Abbott defending. Shot gets off her stick. That one goes around for Getke. Getke stops that one. Not able to get it out. That one gets back to the point for Minneapolis, sent behind the net to Abbott. 12:32 left. Abbott gets it sent up to Anderson. Anderson to Getke. Getke gets it into the zone. Minneapolis looking in the corner. Minneapolis gets around one. Centering up two, he gets covered there by Levine. 12 minutes even. Puck down for Simons. That one gets sent up to point. Minneapolis sends it in on net. Levine will have to Sweep that away. Not good. What she was trying to do. She's trying to be fancy. That one down. Flick to the side. Couple shots don't get off. Holman behind the net. Helped out there. Ebersteiner trying to get it back to the wall. Centering opportunity finds Bodsberg's stick. She has it taken away from her, and Bodsberg trying to get it up the boards and out. Minneapolis keeps in Ebersteiner. That one gets sent out for Holman. Holman sends it up the boards to a waiting Minneapolis point. Was able to send a little floater in there. Ebersteiner, Minneapolis still looking to get there. And here comes Bodsberg. Bodsberg hooking behind, but not enough for making calls. Kelly, that one gets back into the neutral zone. Ebersteiner defending. That one comes back for Holman. She sends that down. Icing should be waved off, but it is. Minneapolis trying to bring that back out. Gets it into the neutral zone, but Holman's there for it. Holman takes a short turn, gets it away. Not able to get it back out, but here comes Kelly. Kelly and Bredimus looking at it. Kelly gets hauled down. No call. They are going to call it. Not going to call it. Ebersteiner at the far boards. That one goes down. Bodsberg brings that in. Bredimus is looking for that one. Again, sent in again by Bodsberg. Oberhammer brings that to the center. Oberhammer sends high and wide. Nice job there by McCullum. Keep that in. That will go behind to Bredimus. Bredimus over to Oberhammer. Back to Bredimus. Bredimus trying to center that. Got no one out front. That one back to Bodsberg. Had to wait. Offside. Pucks down, Reynolds to Getke. Getke trying to get control of that one. Gets back out and back in. Nice job by Reynolds with defense there. Anderson sends it behind the net. Back behind for Getke. He sends it up the boards. Back for Anderson. Centering up to there. Getke just had it loose, didn't get enough on it. Getke trying to pull that one. And that one will be called on Minneapolis for first penalty of the game, power play. Offsetting penalties on Getke and number 21 scrapping it up for coincidental minors. Or checking or roughing or whatever you want to call it. Touchdown for Simons. Kelly. Simons able to keep it in. Simons takes a shot low. That one back up for Abbott, who keeps it in. Kelly sends it into the corner. Nice stick by Simons, spoke that aside. Minneapolis gets it in the zone. That one lands on the stick of McCabe. McCabe sends that up and out. Ebersteiner at the corner there. That one trickled back in offside. Back to center ice, picked up by Minneapolis. Minneapolis brings it in. That one gets the fight to the side. Levine paddles that to the side for Holman. Holman over to Bodsberg. Bodsberg up to Overhammer. Picked up in the corner for Bredimus. See if she can take it around and find some space for herself. Trying to find her forehand. Gets around to the center, and here comes Bredimus. Bredimus with Overhammer, bring it in. Back to Bredimus. Overhammer just loses a handle on it. Trying to center that. Minneapolis will pick that up and head the other direction. Back up to Holman. Bredimus, followed from behind, still working at it. And that one goes up for McCollum. McCollum's got Overhammer. Shot just goes wide. Overhammer looking at options. Trying to protect. Bredimus coming in as well. That one goes behind the net. Hits the side a little bit. Over for Bredimus. Centering opportunity gets blocked. Back behind the net for Bodsberg. Bodsberg trying to send off the boards to McCollum. Reynolds there trying to help. That one's loose. Spartacats not able to get it out. Sent on net, trying to block by McCollum's stick there. And Bodsberg. Bodsberg with some space, no help. Bodsberg trying to get around one last. He has behind the net. Trying to find some help, doesn't get any. Only gets sent up into the boards. Kelly there. Kelly sends it for Reynolds. Anderson able to keep it in, sends it to the corner. Reynolds waiting out front for it. Now decides to go after it. Good job. Kelly sends it up. Reynolds gets that back to the point. Bodsberg. That one went off the defender. And here comes Storm on a breakaway. Last minute. Nice read there by Levine. And up and out. Back into neutral zone. 4:48 left. Reynolds able to take advantage of the loose puck there. She will chase it to the wall. It's got Anderson out front. Back to Bodsberg. Bodsberg gets shot into another one. 2-on-1 opportunity coming here for Minneapolis. Minneapolis just dumps it into the zone there. Sent around. Trying to find Bodsberg. Reynolds looking to help. Back into the neutral zone for Anderson. Anderson still fighting for it. Back up. Getke sends it in. So that might have been Abbott. Simons. Eversiner looking to regain control. Back up to the point from McCabe, who sends the shot blocked aside. Eversiner right there with it. Nice job by Anderson to keep that. Takes the shot right into the hem of the Minneapolis jerseys. 3:41 left. I'd love to know the shots here. Puck down. Kept in there by Overhammer. Overhammer had her shot blocked. Cade pokes it back up. Overhammer and Colin fighting for it. Colin goes down. Bredimus with a nice pressure in. Couldn't get control. Overhammer. Players back up. Skating back to the bench. Overhammer into the box. What I can always assume is a very minimum roughing minor. Back down, shot into the slot. Poke back side, that one hits the side of the net. Spartacats on a penalty kill. That one goes back up to the point. Defender there, Minneapolis takes a shot. Trying to cover is Levine. Nice job. That one back to the point. Minneapolis. Holman brings that up into the center for herself. Holman and Bredimus bring that in. Holman able to get it over. Shoots wide. And now the whole team's going to have to get back. Back for McCullum. Bodsberg. McCullum trying to bring that forward. Minneapolis sends that one in deep. 2:20 left. 30 seconds left in the penalty kill. Bodsberg on the corner. Bodsberg feeds it up to Reynolds. Reynolds has some space. No help. Reynolds trying to center there. Minneapolis the other way. Reynolds trying to keep control. That one finds the stick of McCullum momentarily. And gets around. Abbott loses her balance. Reynolds able to keep it out. Brought back in. Into the corner. Blocked aside by Levine. Over to Getke. Getke has a minute and a half. Goes back first stick. Over to Reynolds. Reynolds tracking it up the boards. That one's stuck at the red line. Anderson comes in helping. 1:14 left. Getke with a good stick. Minneapolis sends it wide. Out front. That one gets over to the Minneapolis point. Spartacats are falling all over the place. Shot wide, 50 seconds left. Over to Anderson. Anderson has Getke on, or Simons on her. 6-on-5, Levine is pulled for an extra skater. Empty net! That one goes down for an empty net goal. Nice try. That did not work. Like at all. 4-1. Shot flicked aside by Levine. Out into the slot. Sent right back up to Minneapolis. Picked up there by Simons. 9 seconds left. Skates down. 5 seconds. That'll probably be the game here. That's it. 4-1's your final score. Minneapolis coming out as victors. We will be back tomorrow morning for our first district